YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Once again, shout out to all the real ones who watch my videos, who hit the like button, who comment, and talk to me in the comment section. I appreciate that a lot. I like to hear you guys' opinions on builds and just different things you guys have to say. It makes my day. It makes me want to keep uploading. So I appreciate you all. Yeah, man, it keeps me going. So with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications. You don't want to miss any uploads. We got a lot of content coming soon. We got more builds, build reviews, tier list. I promise you we got the tier list for the Pro Toon builds coming, so just be on the lookout. But with that being said, we are back today with another build we created ourselves. I think it's a pretty fire build. I was trying to go for a KD build, so we kind of made like a KD build with a little couple touches on him. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. We've got the two-way 3-level point forward, position small forward, height 6'10", weight 211 pounds, and wingspan 6'10". Also, a long build, tall build. Obviously the build is going to be able to get buckets, but I think y'all are going to really like what I did with the attributes. I kind of not really mixed it up a little bit, but I tried to make KD first and I had a lot of points left, so we souped him up a little bit. We made him a way better version of KD. So let's hit continue, get right into the attributes. So up first, we got 84 close shot. I like this. KD can play under the basket if he needs to, but this got upgraded with mid-range, so it is at 84. Drive and layup, we got an 86. Now hear me out. I wanted to go with the higher driving dunk, but it was just so expensive, so I went with the higher drive and layup because this year on the 6'10s or like the tall builds, layups are low-key kind of nasty. So I went with the 86 drive and layup, still kind of KD to begin with. I think it's really close. Driving dunk, I went with the 75. Now KD, young KD was booming on people. Older KD still kind of be dunking, but he don't dunk too much, and that's kind of why I went lower with the dunk. But you still get some good dunk packages, and you can dunk the ball if you need to. You can drive to the rack, you can catch lobs. So wanted to make sure you were able to do that. Standing dunk, you got a 45. This went up with driving dunk. You're going to get some decent animations. I don't know why y'all like having 40 driving dunk, but this build has it. Post control, we went with the 84. Now I wish this could be 90, but KD don't play out the post too much, but this is where I was putting my touches on the build. Once again, I'm not telling you guys to make this build exactly how I make it. This is how I was trying to make the build. You could take this build, use it as a template, tweak it to your liking, and just make it your own version. But I wanted to go with originally 90 post control so I could get legend post fade phenom. But I was like, you know what? Hall of Fame is still going to be really good. KD doesn't play out the post too much, so we're not going to make this build too crazy, and we still get a lot of points by doing that. So I went with the 84 post control. You're going to get Hall of Fame post fade phenom. I'm really happy with that. On to the shooting. Now, I couldn't mess this up right here. Like, this had to be correct. So mid-range, we got 94, of course. Got to get as much mid-range as you can get, because that's KD right there. He's getting a bucket in the mid-range. Dribble pull up. Cross pull up. That's KD's game right there. So wanted to make sure we had the 94 mid-range. Once again, it gets you that post fade phenom Hall of Fame, and it also gets you set shot specialist Hall of Fame. Gets you dead eye on gold and shifty shooter. It's fire, bro. On a 6'10 build, having all those badges is just fire. It's gonna make this build very, very good. Make it a really good shooter. To follow that, we got 85 3-pointer. I like the 85 3-pointer. Going to get you limitless range. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I would probably put my max +1 tier 1 on limitless range and get this to silver. I'm not even gonna lie, that's probably what I would do. But right now you get bronze limitless range, going to help you shoot the ball from deep a lot more consistently. I like the 85 a lot. KD can shoot the 3 from deep. KD can knock the 3 down. You got very, very high shooting stats, so shooting obviously is not going to be a problem on this build. Free throw, we got a 75. It's better than nothing. I don't want to hear anything about it. On to the playmaking. This area is a little bit more so of my tweaking what I wanted. So up first, we got pass accuracy 87. That's crazy high. KD not no super playmaker, bro. He's not getting 7-8 assists a game. But this is where I wanted to tweak it to my liking. Still kind of have it as a KD build. but make him a little bit better. So we went with the 87 pass accuracy, going to get you bailout, going to get you break starter gold, versatile visionary, and dimer on gold. You're going to be helping out your teammates. It's a really good point forward build. I like it a lot. Onto the ball handle, you get a 78 ball handle. I just tried to max this out. 77 is probably fine, but 78 is also really good, obviously. You're going to get some good animations with this, and it's definitely going to make you able to dribble the ball and get your own bucket. To pair with that, we got 68 speed with ball. Now, see, y'all heard earlier, I said I would take my tier 1 max plus 1 and put it on 3-point shot, or not on 3-point shot, on limitless range. The reason is because your tier 2 max plus 1 is going to be on lightning launch, because it's tier 2 on the 610 build. So you're going to get silver lightning launch with this build. Definitely be able to get a bucket, bro. You're going to be able to handle the ball, get some good dribbling animations, and get to the basket and get a bucket. You can finish at the rack, and you can shoot the ball. You can fade middies. You can shoot step backs. You can shoot every single shot on the court. That's what I like about this build. Now, on to the defense. KD is not a crazy defender, but like I said, I just had so many points. I was able to soup this build up, bro. So interior defense, we get a 74. I went 74 so you could get post lockdown. Wanted to make sure you had that on a 610. Just so if you play threes and you're running a small ball lineup, they got this 610 at the 3. You're going to be able to, you know, play some defense against the big. I only got 75 on my guard, and my guard be getting stopped. So I can only imagine a 6'10 with a 6'10 wingspan who got post lockdown and paint patroller. We get an 80 perimeter defense on this build. So if you get switched onto a guard, you're not completely hopeless. You're going to be able to move around. You're going to be able to play a little bit of defense. You're going to get movable enforcer. You get pick dodger. I like this a lot. It's going to help this build out a lot. Being 6'10", definitely having a higher perimeter defense. You're going to be able to maneuver and actually play some defense with and switch with your team. Steal, we went with the 73. Wanted to get as much defense as possible. Went 73 steal so we get that silver interceptor, and you still get bronze glove. So I like that a lot. I'm usually not a big fan of steal, but like I said, I had so many points. I was able to put the steal up here, so we did. Now block, we went with the 74. Why did I go with the 74? Because I wanted paint patroller. Gotta have that paint patroller on this 610. And then you also get the high flying denier. Best badge on the game, most reliable badge on the game in my opinion. You're gonna be smacking stuff off the backboard, bro. Like I'm really happy with this. I know KD isn't this wonderful two-way defender, but like I said, we had the extra points. I was trying to make KD, so we just souped him up a little bit. We made him a bit better. Now on to the rebounding. You're gonna get 55 offensive rebound. I wasn't really trying to upgrade offensive rebound on this build, but you do get 80 defensive rebound. So like I said, we had extra points. I tweaked this build to my liking and made this KD build how I would like to make it. And we got 80 rebound. You're gonna get silver box out beast and silver rebound chaser, bro. That's fire. Like, you're gonna be able to actually rebound the ball with this build. Now on to the physicals. You're gonna get 80 speed. I actually think 80 speed is perfect for KD. I don't think KD is super fast. I don't think he's slow. In the B610, I think 80 speed ain't terrible on this game, so I'm cool with that. Agility, we got a 72. Now, I kind of wish this could be 75, but we had to go 72. You didn't lose any badges, like your badges don't go down a level for having a higher agility, so I took it down just to get some more points to make this build even better. Strength, we get a 73. I like the 73 because KD is skin and bones, bro. He's a slim reaper. They call him that for a reason. But 73, you still get strong handle on gold. You still get movable enforcer. You still get post lockdown, brick wall, physical finisher on silver, bro. I'm happy with that. Like, you're definitely going to be able to make some stuff work with the 73 strength. Now, vertical, you get a 65. I was only worried about getting posterizer, so we went with 65 vertical. And we got it with the 75 drive and dunk. You'll get some good dunk animations with this build. Definitely be able to dunk the ball. But that is all I got for this build, bro. I think these attributes are really fire. I think it's a really good build. You can take this build to multiple game modes and have no problem. Let's hit continue and see what shades we get. And you're going to get shades of Scottie Pippen, Paul George, and Jaden McDaniels. And I understand those shades just because I souped the build up so much more, gave the build some defense. But you have built a two-way, three-level point forward. I think that's a fire build name. I think this is a really good build. You guys let me know how you feel about this build in the comment section. Is it fire? Is it trash? If it's trash, let me know why. And if you think you wanted to make this build and you're going to tweak it, what would you tweak on this build to make this build even better? The only thing I can think of is probably making the build a little bit shorter, but 6'10", gotta have 6'10", because KD really like 7 feet, bro. But yeah, grading this build from A to F on it being Kevin Durant, I'm gonna go A- just because we souped them up a little bit, but you still got a lot of Kevin Durant's features, so I'm really happy about that. At the same time, it's really hard to make a Kevin Durant like exact build just because he's one of a kind, bro. Now, grading this build on A to F of it being able to be used in all game modes, A+. It's not even competition, bro. Like, this build can handle the ball, the build can finish, the build can shoot, the build can play defense. You get matched up against other 6'10s or like bigger builds, you're gonna be able to box them, you're gonna be able to get stops against the bigger post scores, and then it's gonna be hard for other builds to guard you, bro. So I really think this is a fire build. You could take it to the ones, like I said, you get a bucket, you can play defense. You can take it to the twos. On the twos, you can play the 1 or the 2 with the small ball lineup, or you could play the 1 and have a really big lineup and be very annoying, bro. And you get that big with some good shooting on him. With the gold dimer, bro, this build will be crazy. Now, threes, you can play the 1, the 2, or the 3. You can have a normal lineup with you playing at the 2. You can have a very big lineup with you playing at the 1 with your playmaking. And then you can have a small ball lineup with you playing at the 3 because you got a bit of rebounding. I think that's fire, bro. And you could take, of course, you could take this build to 5s. And you could play the 1 through the 4. Playing the 5 is going to be a little hard. But 1 through the 4 is no issue, bro. You can do everything. You can literally do everything. You can score at will. You can handle the ball. You can throw dimes. You can play make. The build is fire, man. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you. You're a real one. And if you're here and you're new, like I said, hit that like button. If you don't mind, it goes a long way. Subscribe if you're new and turn on post notifications. You don't want to miss an upload. We got a lot of content coming, so be on the lookout. I appreciate you all. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.